What's going on, guys? It's your boy Mag Dog TV coming back with another one. Shedeur Sanders has signed a rookie contract, 4-year, $4.6 million deal with the Cleveland Browns, which makes it very highly probable that he can make the 53-man roster. But the biggest question is, what are the Cleveland Browns are going to do? CBS Sports spoke about this. We're going to talk about that in this video, so let's get to it.
Every other city I go, from Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. To every other city I go, from Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. Let's go.
So once again, as I said before, Shedeur Sanders signs a 4-year, $4.6 million deal with the Cleveland Browns, which puts him in position to not only make the team, but make the 53-man roster. Now, the biggest question is, what are the Cleveland Browns are going to do with all of these quarterbacks? They have 5 quarterbacks on their roster right now. ESPN Insider just gave us input in regards to what potentially could happen in Cleveland. I'm going to play the video clips and let you guys see it. Then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts as we keep this train rolling.
So let's welcome on our lead NFL insider, Jonathan Jones, here to discuss. A lot going on there in Cleveland, JJ, where OTAs are about to get underway. Shedeur signs that rookie deal, and now there's, 5 quarterbacks in that room on their roster. So what can you tell us about the latest of said quarterback room in Cleveland?
You know, I think we do first have to just address this off the top, that this is probably the first 5th-round rookie that we've come in with a breaking news saying that they signed their slotted rookie deal. But that's who Shedeur Sanders is, right? That is the fantastic personality that he is, and that's what made this draft pick all the more interesting. Of course, also is interesting because he was drafted 2 rounds after the Browns took Dillon Gabriel. Look, we talked about those 5 quarterbacks. Well, let's go ahead and put one off to the side. Deshaun Watson. He is very likely going to start the season on the physically unable to perform list. I have my doubts about whether he'll be able to play at all in the 2025 season. And in fact, many people I speak with believe he's probably played his last snap as a member of the Cleveland Browns. So that leaves you with 4 quarterbacks. It's the veteran Joe Flacco. It's Kenny Pickett that the Browns acquired for a 5th-round selection. And then it's the 2 rookies in Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. I believe that seeing the first team reps, they're probably going to switch off between Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett. That's what they've been doing so far. The veteran Joe Flacco probably taking a couple of days off here and there just because, well, it's May and you can. Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders should be taking every opportunity to take every single rep as they can. I mean, no days off for the rookies as they battle it out. And one day, one guy will get the number 3 team reps. The next day, the other guy will. And look, the further down you go down the depth chart, the more these practices turn from just jerseys and shirts and shorts to pads and helmets and really intense practices. The fewer team reps these guys are going to be allowed to get. So every rep, once you get into July, into August, is going to be incredibly important. But for right now, both of these guys, Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, they're getting the feel of things. And then when we start to see these joint practices, these preseason games, and real team drills, the Browns offense going up against the Browns first team defense, the quarterback competition is very much going to reveal itself. And lastly, I'll just say this. I highly, highly, highly doubt that the Browns are going to have 4 quarterbacks on their roster, their 53-man roster, once week 1 gets here. I don't think they're going to cut Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders or risk them potentially being poached off the practice squad. And so that means what happens with a Kenny Pickett or a Joe Flacco? One of them may get traded, maybe a quarterback-needy team out there who would use a veteran. So we'll see how things wind up shaking out. It'll be up to these guys and how they perform on the field this summer to see who stays in Cleveland.
So, JJ, I know you're just talking about the 4 other quarterbacks and their future and what that could look like. But what about Deshaun Watson? Because as mentioned, set to miss the entire 2025 season because of that Achilles tear. What do you think the future looks like for him beyond that?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult, right? First of all, it's all about his health. Very rarely do we see in the NFL someone tear their Achilles during recovery from a previous Achilles tear. And he's also had other injury concerns, that sort of mysterious back/shoulder injury that derailed part of his 2023 campaign. And so you've had a slip in play ever since his final season in Houston. You've had a number of injuries, significant injuries that have mounted. You have obviously the trade for, the acquisition of, and the contract to Deshaun Watson that has been panned publicly over the years. And lastly, of course, the couple dozen allegations of sexual misconduct that he was never charged with. Grand juries declined to indict him. Ultimately, will a team, if and when the Browns do part ways with Deshaun Watson after the 2025 season, will a team be willing to take him on? All of those questions will have to be answered by a team, or will we have seen the last of Deshaun Watson in the NFL? Certainly, he is working hard to get himself back into shape. We see the videos that he's been putting out there. But again, while nothing's certain, it does not feel as though he's going to be able to play for the Browns in 2020.
So you guys just saw right there, ESPN insider speaking out about potentially them having to trade either Joe Flacco or Kenny Pickett. I even saw, as you guys can see on this screen right here, where Cleveland Browns analysts speaking out about Kenny Pickett potentially starting and then Joe Flacco take up the slack if things go elsewhere. And then on down the line, we could potentially see Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders. There is a lot of different opinions in regards to what is going on in Cleveland, which makes it very exciting for football today. One thing is for sure, Shedeur Sanders going to the Cleveland Browns has made the Cleveland Browns situation more and more interesting. That's for sure. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notification bell. That way, every time I upload a new video, you guys will see it. Until next time. Also, drop in the comments and let me know how do you guys feel about this. Until next time. Peace.